the beat, can you hear it? Boom, 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 can you feel it? My home, my village, can you breathe it? Our sound, our mind, can you dream it? Make it go boom, boom like a conga. Take it off, forget the haters. All this for the love, not for paper. 2 eyes on the prize, I'm a trooper. Don't you Don't bore for smile, make a feel you. My champion when I make a kill you. I do you do make a marry you. If you know feel make a carry you. Show bite with the carry go. If you want my show, make you tell them. You for wine your body like a yo-yo. We go jam all night, tell the people. Don't stop the fire. Badadam. Higher and higher.
We yalla. With the closing ceremony. Charlie, the father they did it. Sicho is here. Daniel Kranti is here as well. Charlie, don't move.
Take me back.
You know, easy.
Take me back to that day, bro.
Yeah.
Right now, French's coordination is his brain muscles have finally developed to match rhythm. So the synchronization is that you can no offbeat since.
Charlie. I just sport it.
You sport
Welcome
it.
back. Welcome to the show. Daniel Kranti. By the way, congratulations, Mr. President.
Thank you very much.
Congrats, Excellency.
Guys, the reason we are
Senegal is in
congratulating
safe
Daniel, you should look up for the new president of Senegal. The man looks like Daniel Kranti, or Daniel Kranti looks like the man rough. He's only 44 years old. So now we all say that is Daniel in the next how many years?
We are not serious.
We are speaking it into.
Karim,
We are speaking into.
Sito, all of you are not serious.
I'm a guy in jail. Make you don't joke.
Yeah, the Jamie, not me, the Jamie.
It's up your age.
I want the age.
No, obviously.
I'm 52.
It's
Prove me wrong.
It's only
Welcome to the show.
political age.
Guys, it's okay. It's okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much that you could join us. The show is proudly sponsored by Syntex Tank. Syntex have brought me a very lovely tank of their own. So get yourself a copy. A tank, a big one. Whatever the size of your project is, you need a water tank. These days, water is not reliable, but if you get Syntex Tank, you can store all the water that you want. All right. Syntex Tank, they have over 300 agents nationwide. So just get yourself. If you want one, just call their number 0244 335168 and order your tank, and they'll deliver it to you. Syntex Tank, are you strong? Are you tough? Hey, Syntex Tank, I'm family brand ambassador. See the way I'm doing that thing. Are you strong?
Kung kung.
Are you tough?
It's funny. I like it.
The show is also brought to you by Handtex, and it's festive season. Easter is coming this weekend, so when the family gathers, make sure a drink of choice, of course, is Handtex. And if you want to take it a step further, also remember, Johnny Walker is the big boss in the building for the big girls and the big boys, all right? So do enjoy, and make sure you enjoy responsibly. All of them proud sponsors of this particular show. All right, we're not going to waste a lot of time. The Africa Games came to a successful conclusion on Saturday. The scenes we showed you, Wiyala's performance was from the closing ceremony, which was amazing. But also on Friday, there was a lot of action. And this is a sports show, so we show you less of the music and more of the sports. And we will begin, of course, with the men's 200 meters. Now, on that day, listen to this, guys. On Friday alone, Ghana won as many as 8 gold medals. 8 gold medals. There was 16 days of competition. In fact, if you add the table tennis period, you probably are talking about 24 days of competition. Yeah. And yet, in that whole period, Ghana had 19 gold medals. 8 of them were won on a single day, which was on Friday. And it started with the women's hockey team, who beat Nigeria on penalties. They beat Nigeria on penalties to claim the gold medal. Then after that, we returned to the University of Ghana Sports Stadium for the track and field event, which saw a lot of action. And over there, it started with Joseph Paul Amoah winning the 200-meter race. Take a look.
It's destiny time for Ghana and Nigeria yet again in the men's 200 meters. Running the bend really well is Claude Emmanuel of Cameroon, but Joseph Paul Amoah has come onto the home straight on the lead. It's neck to neck with Ekanem Joseph of Nigeria, but Paul Amoah is coming through. Paul Amoah is running really strongly, and it's going to be Joseph Paul Amoah. Gold for Ghana in the men's 200 meters. Joseph Paul Amoah, finally a global title to his name. He's tried in the past and it's not come true for him. And after years and years of sacrifice, he's finally African Games champion. Joseph Paul Amoah is the winner of the men's 200 meters, and that will be a second gold medal in the track and field, the first on the track for the Ghanaian. Remarkable achievement for Joseph Paul Amoah, 20.70. As they came through the bend, it was not obvious he was going to win it. Look at that. He had to dig deep, chased and put under pressure by Claude Emmanuel and Ekanem Consider of Nigeria. He found the extra energy and silver medal on the 4x1.
Wonderful. Strong performance from Joseph Paul Amoah. In fact, I wanted him to be here, but he's a Kumasi boy. He's on his way to Kumasi. They love Kumasi too much. But we'll bring him here on the show because he's told me he's staying for a while. We'll talk about that race shortly, Daniel and Sicho. But I want to show you some more on this time on the field. Now, Ghana usually is not noted for being a country that produces a lot of good high jumpers. This African Games, we won 2 gold medals in the women's high jump and in the men's high jump. Nobody saw that coming, but Rose Amwenima-Yeboah and Evans Cardman produced spectacular performances to give Ghana 2 gold medals in the high jump. Let's take a look at those 2 performances.
African Games champion of the high jump of Ghana. There she is. And Rose scales it rather easily. Rose Yeboah. She cleared that at 1.75.
7.8 and 1.81. Can she do 1.84?
Remember, she's the Ghana national record holder, the defending champion in this games. Rose Yeboah at 1.84. She clears it at the first attempt. And the crowd goes agog once again, the home favorite. The continental champion, the African Games champion, she is putting up a show. And this is Rose Yeboah putting up a show for the home crowd. She is now going to make another attempt at 1.87. She's won the gold medal, but now it's basically competition against herself, the Ghanaian. Her personal best is 1.94, which she set last year at the World University Games, competing for the University of Cape Coast. And that's the national record at 1.90. Rose Yeboah, and she's cleared it! Oh, the crowd is absolutely loving this. And look at the smile on her face. She is buzzing.
Well, it's a stadium right now.
It's Rose Yeboah against Rose Yeboah.
It's a stadium right now. This is her stage. And we are an awed audience just watching this Ghanaian not just clinch a key medal for Ghana, but also show us just how good she is.
6 meters more than her closest contender, Guinea's Bailey Fatoumata, who got the silver medal, and Algeria's Darina Hadil coming through with the bronze. And
the fans here, loses his eyes, just takes in his environment, and he would ask for the clap.
And the home crowd would oblige. Look at that. Jama group. That's, I believe, is from, anyway, Evans Cardman. Oh, he has absolutely sailed that with space to spare, and they do the Sioux celebration of Cristiano Ronaldo.
He's not going to leave this. He's not leaving this to come back. He wants to win this outright.
This is turning out to be some competition. This is the superstar Ghanaians didn't know about. that they didn't know they had. Lots have been speaking about the others.
Look, and the camaraderie with the other jumpers is just incredible. He's such a...
I'm full of smiles because the boys, they delivered on the track and on the field. So that's 3 gold medals that we showed you. And there were the 3 gold medals that Ghana achieved, of course, on the track as far as the gold medals are concerned. And we will show you the relay as well, where Ghana got silver. But let's talk about these 3 events, these 3 gold medals that were won on the track and field. Remarkable.
Yeah, remarkable. Just touch on Joe Paul. It's been coming. If you look at his progress over the past couple of years, it's been coming. And he's, for me, I was, back in the day, I was just hoping and praying that he found that perfect sprint event for him. We know with the 100, because he's a bit slow off the blocks and it takes time for him to build his speed, the 200 was a perfect distance for him. And he just needed to master it. And if you look at the times he was clocking, both in the heats and then the semi-finals, you could tell he was clearly going into the finals as favorites. But he needed to do his part, and that is run his best. And he was brilliant on the day. There was very close competition from the Nigerian and then the Cameroonian, but he held his own and was able to see it through. And I'm so delighted he was able to do it, because if you followed his progress, it's been basically near misses for him over the past couple of years. If you even go back to the relays, another near miss again, and it was almost like it was going to be deja vu again if he wasn't able to clinch this 200-meter gold. So I was so delighted he was able to do so. Rosie, I don't think most of us are too surprised that she won gold, but Cadman's win was, look, it was adrenaline pumping. It was such a joy to watch, and I could sort of, in fact, I can relate. I did high jump in
You did?
School. I was Achimota
What's your
champion.
personal record?
Relax. I was Achimota champion. I was Achimota ski champion. I was also champion in Tako. And, look, when he talks about, and Guy did a one-on-one with him, and for me that was the best post-interview that Cadman did, where he basically spoke about the support he had from his... Vandals?
Yeah,
from the Vandals. Yeah, he mentioned that...
The guys in the red stance.
That once they were there, he knew he was going to win. Look, adrenaline, especially in high jump, is such an important factor. And for him, once he got that rhythm, the first few jumps, getting it on his first attempts, the greens were flowing, and then the crowd behind you, it reaches a point where there's no height that you can't surmount. And for me, I was also extremely delighted, and of course, for him to kill it off with the Sioux, it shows that when your idol is Cristiano, you know that back against the wall. No, seriously, back against the wall moments, you will deliver. And look, it's you circle it back to the beginning of the competition, where we were very worried about Team Ghana's showing at this Africa Games. The fact that we were hosting was an extremely slow start. First week we had just 3 medals and. No, 4 medals. 1 was from swimming, and then 3 were from weightlifting. And it didn't look like, we didn't even think we'd reach 10. That was how poor it was. Yeah. And all of a sudden, we are finishing the competition.
You thought the maximum was 20.
20. Yeah. And then on the last day, we produced 8 gold medals alone. And of course, when you look at the crowd that came to the Legon Stadium, we had to give them a show. The athletes had to give them a show. And credit to the athletes. They gave their best when it mattered most. If you look at Joe Paul's run, if you look at Cadman, nobody expected Cadman to win gold, aside Rosie Ewa, who was favourite. Joe Paul, yes, he was doing well, but he had some close competition. But they showed up, and that's the most important thing. They showed up in front of the home fans, and they gave us a show and won the gold.
Sicho, I mean, impressive stuff, to be honest. Not just even from the athlete, and Daniel just summed it up perfectly. The crowd at the University of Ghana Stadium for all 5 days. You were there, you had a show there every afternoon, every evening. The atmosphere was ridiculous. It's credit to the Ghanaian people and the athletes. It was almost the perfect marriage. Yeah. Like, perfect atmosphere, deserved a perfect performance from some of these athletes. And Cadman and Cadman, the Rose and Joe Paul, it was almost perfect.
Yeah, it wasn't just about the athletes. It was about the crowd. It was about the commentator. I mean, you did an incredible job as well. So those who have been watching at home would have enjoyed the way you described it. But listen, that for me, again, threw up some questions for me. And I praise this at least because of their mentality, because it's not that simple. That when the atmosphere is as charged as it was in the University of Ghana Stadium, you are going to perform. It's not automatic. You can drown under that pressure. When the whole weight of expectation, because most of these athletes have had to make their names in Ghana by competing away from Ghana, away from the pressure, away from the spotlight. So for them to turn up in Ghana and live up to it, under the expectation, under the pressure, it is credit to them and their mentality and the way they use the crowd. And that's one thing. I've seen athletes who, when they face the crowd, even though the crowd is on their side, they are unable to use the crowd to generate a certain level of energy. Joseph Paul Amoah did that. Cadman immensely. He actually worked it to the extent that
fed off it was almost like opium.
Yeah, to the extent that
give me more.
When his opponents wanted a bit of calmness to concentrate and go with the usual clap of,
Mpo, Benjamin Links from South Africa.
Yes,
wasn't getting the rhythm.
The Jama boys would disrupt that, and at some point I thought it was deliberate from the boys. I remember there was a point where Cadman himself went to the boys, told them, no, give him the clap. They did it once and said no. If we do it and it's going to jump, then he's not going to jump. So they knew some of them knew how to turn the crowd to their side and use that as a fuel for them to perform. And yes, it matched it. The crowd was great. Athletes were great. And like I said, the commentator was great.
Finn, just a quick one. I said this on the show 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Just to show, highlight the fact that, you see, we always think that, yes, of course, we have our strong areas when it comes to sports in the country. But interest is generated by performances.
Yes.
And consistency in performances. How many of us knew that Ghanaians were that interested in high jump?
There you go.
But if you see the concentration on the day, on Friday, it was almost, in fact, I got there quite early. As at the time, the 200-meter finals, both the men and women, more people were concentrating on the high jump final than what was going on the track. And you hardly see that at major competitions. And that is because the three Ghanaians at the time were giving the fans exactly what they wanted because they were performing. So my point is, look, discover the talent. It doesn't matter the sport that is in. Once you're able to get that consistency in terms of performances, people will rally behind them. You'll get the support.
And it's not about slogans.
Yeah, and you saw it with swimming, you saw it with Azamati.
The Africa Games was a clear example. When you look at the crowd at the Boteman Sports Complex for volleyball, for handball. The handball final was epic. The women's handball final was epic, and people were there wrestling. So again, once you are winning, once you show signs of competitiveness, people are going to come. They just want to see the country win.
And listen, like I said, I promised you, we'll show you the relay race, but we don't want to spend all the time now on the athletics. I'm just going to show you that real quick, because the medals that we're talking about came from all over the place. So we have to take you around to all the places. But first, let's look at that 4x100 meter relay final, men and women, which happened on Wednesday evening.
Talking about the others, look, there's no turning back now. The final of the men's 4x100 meter relay, the Nigerians are going very strongly. Edwin Gadai is already being caught, but on the back straight for Ghana is Benjamin Azamati, but Nigeria's Okon is also running really well. Look at Botswana, too, very well run. Solomon Hammond is being handed over by Benjamin Azamati. Hammond is going up against Alaba Olukule of Nigeria. This is it now, the anchor light. It's Shorishi. Oh, the Ghanaians have, it looked like they were dropping the baton, but they did it. It's Shorishi against Joseph Paul Amoah. It's a race for 1 and 2. Ghana, Nigeria have got it just on the line. They have exacted revenge on the Ghanaians. And the gold medal will go to Nigeria. And they are away. The final of the 4x100 meter relay. The Ghanaians are off to a really great start, but so are the Liberians as well. And for Liberia, it's Ebony Lee running really well. The changeover is smooth. The Ghanaians are coming through from Mensah. Mensah is running great, but so is Nigeria's Olajide as well. But look at Liberia. Strong changeover. Oh, the changeover is not smooth for Liberia, but the Nigerians are off on the inside lane. Right now, for Nigeria, is Forhan. Forhan has the lead. She's running incredibly. Hands over to Toby Amusan. There's no catching her. Whole of Ghana is chasing shadows. Look at Liberia's ankle leg. Is carrying was fit, and Halutier for second, but Nigeria takes the gold. Liberia with the silver, Ghana settles for bronze, and Toby Amuzan, the Express, has brought Nigeria home. That is how you run an anchor leg. Barely 1 hour after an individual.
Express has brought Nigeria home. Toby Express, Amusan. But guys, listen, I don't want us to waste too much time on it.
Believe in what you.
What do you mean?
It's 4 there.
You repeated it.
Which line?
The commentator is 4 there.
What's her nickname?
It's 4 there. It's 4 there. He said the Express.
Express.
That's right.
I love that.
That's right.
Guy, man!
Bro,
Because her name is what?
International.
Her name is what?
Do you know?
Tommy, aka
Express Amusan.
Thank you.
But
And
you
the
know-
Express is a what?
It's a
trade.
Yeah.
Do you know?
You hard guy.
Do you know we have
It's 4 there, it's 4 there.
missing golds in this African games?
Missing what?
Gold.
Oh, we get 3.
Yeah, missing
3
gold medal.
unaccounted for goals.
But there's another one that they should add to our tally.
Oh, yeah. Actually,
Commentary.
Fentios gold.
where,
Golden commentator.
Oh, Charlie.
where's
Bro,
Gary?
oh,
I
Charlie.
actually have
Oh,
a medal.
Charlie.
After the break, I'll bring the medal.
You sport.
Charlie.
Commentator.
But listen, we can't really fault the relay team that much. There was a bit of a mix-up in the final changeover, which, definitely was
That
the
was
reason.
that was the difference. That
That was the difference.
That was the difference.
0.0. That's a harsh
That was
loss.
just the difference. Yeah.
But, these guys have given us so much joy in the past. It's really hard for you to sit down and try to blame anyone.
Yeah, very difficult. But for me, I still maintain. Look at individual times leading to the race. We weren't supposed to win gold. I think the fact that the boys outdid themselves. If you look at the individual split times, Azamati, Joe Paul were fantastic. Azamati on the back straight, Joe Paul finishing. It was super. Obviously, you need to factor in the speed of the changeovers also when it comes to the relay. And it's the last changeover that did us dirty. But if you look at how quick and how fast Joe Paul chased down
It was ridiculous.
the Nigerian, it was 2 meters
More. and
extra,
that was it, yeah.
and would have won.
That is what most athletics fans don't like. The
Yeah,
athletics
but
head to say,
it's not
10
gonna be.
meters.
Yeah.
Hey, Massa, the thing
That
is...
line
that is the line delay.
The thing is...
Listen, that is what the relay is all about.
Yeah.
The technique in changing baton.
It's not about how fast your individual athletes are.
Yeah,
It's
you
about who can
can-
get the baton across the
Yeah,
fastest.
The fastest, absolutely. So, and clearly, it doesn't matter how you analyze Ghana's performance on the day in the relay. It came down to that one moment where, in a split second, that baton wasn't switched smoothly.
Yeah.
And so when you look at the time that we finished behind Nigeria, it was...
0.02.
In accounting for that,
Yeah.
was in the baton change.
It was.
And credit to Joe Paul even. He made a lot of effort to cover that.
Yeah.
Because it could have been wider for Nigeria, but he ran a very good race. Yeah, in the end, and as Danny said, in the end, when you look at the team as a collective, how they got together to prepare for the games, I think maybe Silva is fair.
Yeah.
But they will be kicking themselves, I'm sure, because they would have wanted to do as a team in front of the crowd, but it wasn't to be. But yeah, it's tough lessons for even for the young ones coming through, and now that Ghana has got these facilities, then proper way to start now grooming some of the best athletes on the continent.
I can already tell you that the Confederation of African Athletics is urging Ghana to putting a bid for the 2024 African Senior Championships. That's how badly they...
Yeah.
Because, listen, I was speaking to a CAA official who told me that this is the most audience they've had on the continent to watch athletics in the last 28 years.
Yeah. That's true. I spoke to
Like over the period. And it's not a lie because I remember Durban 2016, which was when I really started to open my eyes to African championships. The South Africans didn't fill the stadium like this.
Even Asaba.
Yes.
When you were in Asaba.
And
it
I was in
wasn't
Asaba
like
too.
this.
Yeah. Asaba, I went in 2018. The crowd was decent, but it was nothing compared to what we saw here. Yeah. And then 2021 in Mauritius, it was raining the whole time. It was,
it was difficult.
Very difficult conditions. People didn't really come. The next one is in Cameroon. Certainly, they're not going to beat these numbers. So what they achieved here, the Ghanaian people, and Daniel has said it all, it's not about people don't have interest in certain, it's about performance. So when the athletes come and they're Ghanaian and they show a certain promise and they're delivering the results, trust me, Ghanaians would go and support.
But I also
Speaking of which,
I also think, yeah, to be fair to the LOC, maybe the ministry, they did do well in the way they tried to, in the end, get the crowd going.
And
you know, give them access, because there were buses that were available for those who wanted to go to the stadium.
And the scheduling
And the scheduling was great. And in fact, credit to Ghana Police, because when the games were done, you knew you were safe. So it didn't matter what time.
Yes.
And they could easily get the traffic off the road. So I think a lot of things in the final week. In the final week was great, and in the end, it was a wonderful spectacle.
To be fair, some people say we're being too critical, we're too negative. We told people, do not charge tickets for the opening ceremony. The minimum ticket for that was 150 Ghana cedis. We said, don't do it. Oh, sorry. We said, don't do it. The people didn't listen.
Yeah.
And they charged ticket. Well, what was the attendance like for the opening ceremony?
It was disappointing.
So it was piss poor.
Yeah,
so when they finally listened and opened the games out for free for people, the media themselves joined. And we at Multimedia, we specifically shared more than 500 tickets in the course of the games.
Yeah.
In a single day, we distributed 200 tickets. And these are VIP tickets. They're free, but because the VIP space is very limited, they have to print tickets in order to contain the numbers. So we took the tickets, we put them at our front desk and told people on radio that we have free tickets waiting for you.
Just come and collect.
Just come and pick it and go and watch the games.
In the end,
so
worked.
we contributed our quota to the success. It's not like we only care about just being critical and not about the success of the games. Once it became obvious that we could tell everybody to go and support the games, we opened ourselves up. And then we used our own airwaves for free, by the way, and told people to go and watch and distribute the tickets as well. Speaking of crowd, the Bukom Boxing Arena was a completely different vibe. Huge. And the same thing is happening, is the same thing that is being said by the African Boxing Confederation, that they've never seen these many people go and watch boxing. And that place was where Ghana got 4 of those 8 gold medals on Friday. And our man that has been covering that is Victor Achutamaklo, and he came through with this report. Take a look.
Black Bombers secured 5 medals on the final day of the boxing competition at the African Games. Mohamed Aiti won the country's first gold medal since flyweight Stephen Doche Ahiale's success in 1991. Aite defeated Tolembekwa Zola Levens of Zambia via a unanimous decision. After the feat, Aite was beside himself with joy.
I think I was focusing on my pro career. As I heard the news about the upcoming tournament, I spoke with my management that I want to help Ghana to achieve more in this All-African Games. And my management gave me that opportunity. And I would like to thank the Federation President, to Bernard Quarty, also for his support and everything. You know, as they call me for the national team, I told them that I promised them, my name is Mohamed Golden Star, as everyone knows, and I'm a golden, so I'm just coming to give Ghana a gold medal. So that was my determination and my hard working.
Lightweight boxer Joseph Kome was next in the ring. He dispatched Zambia's Andrew Chelata via a unanimous decision as all 5 judges scored in his favor. Gold at the African Games adds to Kome's silver from the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham on what is fast becoming an impressive resume. Kome was happy his first stint at the African Games ended in glory.
I'm feeling blessed, you know, it's a blessing for me. Yeah. And that time, before I tell you that this is my first time, so I don't know anything about it. But I proved myself that no, I have to take the gold, you know, because I'm deserving that I will take the gold. Respect me Olympics medal, you know, I will take Olympics medal for Ghana. Yo.
Ghana's third gold on the night came from Amadou Mohamed when he delivered a solid right hook in the second round of his bantamweight final contest with Zambia's Mwale Mwengo. That did the job as the referee stopped the fight after Mwengo failed to respond to the 10 count. Next in the ring was Samuel Techi, Ghana's bronze medalist from the 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo. He continued Ghana's hot streak when he won the light welterweight final via a unanimous decision over Zambia's Emmanuel Katema. Speaking after the bout, Techi reflected on a difficult professional stint and what motivated him for the games.
I'll explain myself some more here because after the Tokyo 2020, I went to professional. I sit down a lot and I come back to the amateur. You know, professional style is different from the amateur style. But in everything, God first, I'll give praise to Almighty Allah and you know the disappointment in Italy. I was not shocked because I had a lot of problem on my family side, so I think that makes me lose my fight. So when I come back, my dad talked to me, my mom talked to me, and as you can see here, I proved myself here. So if we are thinking to go there again, then we have to sit down with the elders, and you know, it's bad case. This is what it is. Yeah.
The only blemish on the night came from Abubakar Kamoko, son of the retired boxer Brima Kamoko. Ambitious Tilapia, as they call him, was essentially grilled by Osama Kanoni, losing eventually by a unanimous decision. Despite the loss, Tilapia's father, Banku, is optimistic his son has all the makings of a great boxer.
And boxing, if you want to be the world champion, you know be mouth, you know be talking. Just you must listen to your coach. Training morning, afternoon, and if you're running, respect yourself. Don't drink alcohol, smoke, woman. You cut everything for yourself. And respect your coach of them every day for gym. And when you pray for yourself, when you pray, God can help you to be a world champion. But if you're a boxer, when you smoke and drinking and woman, you can fail. Because boxing is a dangerous work. But this time, I pray for Abu Kamoko to win the fight. Yesterday fight, some people are complaining that it's not get the fit. It's not a fit, but it's here. This is the first time. This is the first time meet the crowd. You don't see the crowd before. If you saw the spirit, they come down. But they know that Abu, he have the feet. But today, everybody, they see that Abu have the feet. Yes.
Ghana's only medal in women's boxing came from Janet Sakwa, who won bronze. She opened up on the unique path of combining football with boxing.
I'm a footballer. I'm a midfielder, very good footballer. Yeah, but I love the game boxing. I love the game because in my area, everywhere you pass is boxing. So I get interested in boxing, and through boxing too, and my belief that I'll make it in boxing. And I am now in boxing. So I really excited. I don't know.
Winning this medal.
I feel more happy. I'm very happy and excited. I'm very, very, very excited because in football I couldn't achieve this one, but through boxing I have achieved medals. I'm very excited. And it's not just a medal, but for a history. And one day, if I can remember, I have told myself that I have to make history. And today it has come true. So I don't know how to thank God, but I'm very excited. Very excited, yeah.
From the Trust Sports Emporium, Achuta Maklu for Joy Sports.
All right, so that's that. Achuta Maklu with that report. So boxing provided amazing celebration in Bukom. The crowd loved it. But it was good to see redemption for Samuel Techi, Joseph Kome, Amadou, Mohammed. I mean, Tilapia. What's his?
Ambitious Tilapia, man. So unlucky.
Ambitious said he didn't know. Tilapia said he didn't know that he was fighting on the Friday because the previous day when he fought the semi-final, when he woke up, he had body pain.
Yes, he wasn't.
Then in the evening, they said he has a fight. He said,
why?
I thought that thing is Saturday. He said he came to fight and then he lost the fight.
They will try for Ambitious.
So Charlie some way. But boxing, as usual, this is the most gold medals we've won in boxing in the African Games at the single boxing event, like in the single African Games event. 4 gold medals. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, again, we did speak about the crowd in Accra at the University of Ghana Stadium. If we're going to talk about football as well, the crowd.
Yeah.
I think boxing from the start to finish. And the thing about boxing was, irrespective of who was fighting, the crowd was great because they just love boxing. But it was something that most of these foreign boxers had not witnessed before when a Ghanaian boxer got into the ring. It was different. It was completely different. Everybody there was coaching. Everybody there was turned into a coach. It was an atmosphere that urged the boys on. And as you said, these are guys who are very hungry. These young boxers that we've got, they are very hungry. I think that in the next couple of years, through coaching, through exposure, through experience, they'll be better, they'll be more polished. And we can say that maybe we are hopeful that this group of boxers or this generation that is coming through can give us some glory days.
Because we have a big problem right now. It's a big gap
with massive.
Dogbe and Comey gone.
Massive.
We don't have anyone that's really coming up.
Yeah.
So hopefully these ones will take it up from there. You have to remember that the two of them came from professional back into amateur. They went to professional, it didn't quite work out. She was one of them. He said he had too many problems, so he said he came back, his parents spoke to him, and now he says he's grounded again. He's got a gold medal. Hopefully he can build on that. What about hockey? The women, okay? It was amazing. The men lost to Egypt, but the women, they beat Nigeria in remarkable fashion. Penalty shootout was what it took.
Elizabeth Opoku would attempt another try. Elizabeth Opoku would attempt another try. She finished brilliantly earlier on. Can she do it again? Liz, can she do it? Liz, can she do it? Oh no.
She couldn't.
And she's missed. Oh dear. Oh dear, Elizabeth Opoku. Martha Uko. What a performance she's putting for Nigeria. The Nigerians cannot afford to watch this. Can they finish this off, Nigeria? Can they? Can they? But Abigail Boyd to the rescue again. Abigail Boyd to the rescue again for Ghana. How many times is she going to be rescuing Ghana in this situation?
I'm sure she wants this done as quickly as possible.
Can Ghana get it done? Yes! 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 Cecilia Mwako.
That is a gold for Ghana.
Wins gold for Ghana. So the skipper.
Wow, amazing, amazing, amazing. The hockey team, yeah, dealing with Nigeria. And that was the day after the Black Princesses also dealt with Nigeria in Cape Coast. And the crowd at the Cape Coast Stadium was next level. So we're shifting straight into football, beginning with the Black Princesses win against Nigeria in Cape Coast.
It tells you how anxious the Ghanaians are to stop the Nigerians. But I think that they need to be careful.
A chance for Nigeria. What a mistake from Ghana's goalkeeper, Afi Amanyaku. She's basically gifted Nigeria the opening goal. What a howler. How did she do that in an epic game like this? Nigeria in the lead against Ghana in Cape Coast. It's Ghana 0, Nigeria 1, and she's got herself to blame. Let's see how it happened. Long ball taken by Nigeria's Oladipo. This was harmless. She handled it, she left it, and Nigeria score. The opening goal through Lobet Ede.
You realize that a similar foul was committed, a similar mistake was committed in the game against Uganda.
But she stays down. A chance for Ghana. Can Ghana equalize? And that's the equalizer. Ghana have equalized.
And who? Tracy Chum.
The Black Princesses are back in it. It is Tracy Chum who puts the Ghanaians on level pegging. It's Ghana 1, Nigeria 1.
A perfect time to get equalizer and push the game possibly into extra time if you do not get a second goal within the regulation 90 minutes. But it is a sweet, sweet performance from the Ghanaians.
They huffed and puffed, they searched for it, they never gave up. I told you about the mental fortitude they needed and the can-do spirit. Ghana in the lead in extra time. It is Mukarama Abdullahi. She's shot Ghana in the lead from a goal down. The Black Princesses are within a touching distance of the gold medal. It's 98 minutes extra time football. The Black Princesses are on course for a host and win of the Africa Games 2023 Women's Football Edition. It's Ghana 2, Nigeria 1.
How they always want to come back. I think
All right, so that's how Ghana dealt with Nigeria. The next day, it was basically a challenge thrown by the people of Cape Coast to the people of Accra that they filled the Cape Coast Stadium to support the Princesses. Can you do it to support the satellites and inspire them to victory? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. And look at this.
Again, some moves there by the Ghanaians. They kept moving, they kept going. They never stopped. A free year again with this left foot strike. He can strike from both foot there.
Yeah.
And when the Ugandans decided to construct something, they also had something coming out there. Yakubu just spilling the ball, but he was able to come back and win it. Kakande couldn't quite deal with the situation. Kakande kept pushing again. Kakande. And Said Yakubu with a save. No, there was the moment where the 3 years magic just worked out for Ghana. And Nkrumah with the assist.
Remember the name, Jerry Afriyie. Not just the name, it's the quality of football. Daniel, I give you the Princesses and I give Sicho the satellites. Wonderful performance from them. Wonderful support from the people of Cape Coast. It was just women's football in Cape Coast, and what a way to wrap it up.
Look, super stuff. Go back to the start of the competition. We actually said here that we had to retract because of respect for our opposition, but we said the Black Princesses were going to win.
Yeah, we did.
Because it's about consistency, top-level consistency. Anytime it comes to continental football, they always deliver. They delivered last June in the WAFU. Delivered yet another 7th in a row in terms of World Cup qualification, sealed it in January. And we knew that they were going to deliver again. Yusuf Basigi has done a remarkable job with this team. It's 16 games played, 15 wins, 1 draw. And that draw came against a PSG under-19 team. So we're talking about competitive games. He's won everything. He's not even dropped any points, no draw, clean slate for him. So look, I was really impressed. Obviously, the final again, very similar to what we saw at the WAFU. It tested the girls' nerves, but they were able to dig deep. The crowd was behind them. They were able to dig deep. That late equalizer from Tracy taking us into extra time, and then the Mukarama magic took over. We know how good she is from the maidens under 17, 8 goals in 5 games at the World Cup. The injuries in the past couple of years has sort of slowed her down, but I was very glad that she was given this opportunity. A late inclusion into the Black Princesses team. She's coming and she's basically been the star of the competition. The only thing is that to the sports ministry,
thank you, Daniki.
They need to do the needful.
Please come back to Daniki.
They need to do the needful.
Repeat it.
To the sports ministry, you need to do the needful.
Yes.
The girls have won yet another competition.
Yes.
You have already promised and you failed because the money hasn't come. The money for the World Cup qualification hasn't come. The per diems only came on Friday morning for the Africa Championships. They've won gold. Now you owe them double. Bonuses for the Africa... I'll remind you, bonuses for the African Championship gold and bonuses for the World Cup qualification. please pay before August because we are going to the World Cup in Colombia,
Yes.
where we'll do well again.
Yes.
So we don't want you to pile up the monies that you owe us.
Yes.
So pay it on time
Yes.
because you promised that the money will come before the start of the competition, which is the African Games.
Yes.
The competition has finished. In fact, they told us on Friday morning that we'll hear from them by Monday.
Yes.
It's Monday. What's the time?
Please, it is
9:51.
9 minutes.
9:51. Now the day is over. The working day ends at 5 p.m. We still not heard from you. Please, we don't want to brand you as liars because when you say something and you don't deliver, it is down. It goes down as a lie, and we know that. You see, for the sports minister, the fact that he has made time, he's gone around, he's spoken a lot about what government put into these teams. We know that you're a man of your word. So once you've told us that you will pay, please. 3 working days. I'll give you today. By Thursday, the money should hit their accounts.
Thank you.
Because they need that cycle. You see, when you promise and you deliver, it will give them that psychological boost, even going to the World Cup, knowing that when they go and deliver, whatever is promised to them will be given to them.
Thank you.
Please don't do that.
Thank you.
We beg you. The girls need this. They deserve it. So pay them. Pay the black princesses. Thank you.
Thank you, Daddy K. Sicho, on the satellites, it wasn't just the fact that they won. It's a whole other level of structure with this team and the way they played, which has impressed a lot of the people that have watched it. The people that have said, this is how our national team should be playing.
Yeah, then I had an interview with Desmond, the coach. Great guy, has done a great job. And I did ask him if we are seeing signs of Ghana's football DNA or philosophy. He did hint. Now, yeah, we are seeing aspects of it. It's still being drilled home, not yet, but we are seeing aspects of it because the brand of football the team played or the lads played was incredible. I think the understanding of their roles and their duties were immense. And you normally don't see a youth team that is, if you like, flexible with tactics because at times they will switch to a back 4. In different situations, they'll go to a back 3. At times, the attackers will look like a front 3. And at times, you have a winger in Suleiman dropping into midfield and then leaving his fullback to. It was
very fluid.
Very fluid and animated in a way that you need a certain level of understanding to be able to do. And all of that can be put together into one box and call it coaching because it's got to be coaching, really. And you watch the coach on the touchline issuing instructions to the lads and they following it. And one thing I like about them is you don't see them defend in numbers, yet they don't concede chances.
Yeah.
It's not a team that are saying that they are defending to break on the counter. No, they don't do that. They are very on the front foot. But the good thing about the team is when they lose the ball, they are in positions where they are rest defense. Okay, let me not use rest defense. Let me say the position in which they pick is so good that when they lose the ball, they are in the right possible place to win the ball back.
Yeah.
And that was great about the team. So we saw them in the first game. They didn't get the goal, having missed many chances. And we saw already the pressure building on them. They are good, they should have won. I thought it was unfair on the lads. But the games that followed, we did see the character. And the thing about them is, they never played as if they were in a rush to get goals. Because remember, when they played against Benin, when they scored 1-0, I think, in the semi-final, when they scored 1-0, they left it late to score. But before the goal came, they were not in any rush to score and concede unnecessary chances. In the final, though, it was the same thing. The crowd was there, they were edging them on, but they just stuck to their game plan, stuck to their guns. And when the opportunity came, a free took it in the way he took it. So yeah, good team, good result, good football. And of course, Ghanaians are happy because they saw a brand of football that was entertaining, that was exciting. Credit to the coach, credit to the lads, and of course, credit to the FA. Then Sport there.
Yeah, there's Sport there. 2 goal better. Listen, a couple of history. One, UC Baziga has become the first coach ever in the history of the African Games to win 2 gold medals in football. He won a gold medal in 2015 with the Black Queens. They still owe them money for that.
They still owe them. You see, that's why I'm hammering on this matter, because there's a precedent.
And then he won gold with the Black Princesses in 2023. That's history number 1.
It's the greatest.
History number 2 is this is the first time ever a single country has won gold in both men and women's football. And that is GFA.
Yeah. The GFA Sport though.
Yeah, the Sport.
The GFA, it's not their fault that the goal that comes to football counts for one. Otherwise, they would have had like 23 gold, 23 gold, like 46 gold. One player, one gold.
Speaking of medals, let's look at the medal table and check in with Karim. Okay, so this is the medal table, final medal table. Benaya, where is our medal table? Why have you gone to bring this one? Our medal table is literally there, red, bold. You are going to give me this one. What is wrong with you?
He doesn't like the color red.
Karim has it. Karim, please, give me better medal table. Not the one Benaya has given me.
Benaya will still give you. Benaya can still decide to give it to you or not.
Give me the original. Where is it?
Yeah, the party. Benaya, where's the medal table? You are still calling on him to bring me the medal tables.
But he's there. Okay, Karim, what do you have for us? So listen, Ghana had 69 medals. That's the medal table overall. And we've broken it down by sporting disciplines. Okay? So weightlifting 3, boxing 7, arm wrestling 41 billion, athletics 6, football 2, hockey 2, taekwondo 3, swimming 2, volleyball 1, basketball 3x3, 2 medals. But Karim has a few more details for us. What's happening?
So let's start with Winifred Ntumi Sports. That is the weightlifting.
Yes.
If you are looking at it back in 2019, that is the last African Games in Morocco. Ghana had 8 medals from weightlifting. It means that we've lost 5 in this edition, only with Winifred Ntumi winning the 3. And it means that not winning gold in the last one, we have gold here coming from Winifred Ntumi. Then boxing in the last edition, we didn't win gold. And here in the 7 we've won, 4 of them are gold, all of them coming on the Friday before the closing ceremony on Saturday. That is Samuel Techi, Joseph Kome, Mohamed Amadou, and Mohamed Aite winning the gold. Then Brema Abubakar.
Yes.
Abubakar Kamoku, Bukumbanku San winning silver, and then Janet and the other guy, Theophilus Aluti, also winning the...
Netakwa and Theophilus Aluti.
Yes, winning the bronze medals. Then arm wrestling, a new sport in the games, and it was like it was created for Ghana. Winning 41 medals, 8 of them being gold, and the 8 golds coming from 5 athletes. That is 3 of them winning 2 and one coming from another 2. Then athletics, we've actually seen an increase here in the number of medals. But in terms of, if you are looking at history of Ghana's medal accumulation overall in the 13 previous editions, the preview shows we're looking at athletics contributing 40%. And in this edition, they've gone from 4 in 2019 to 6 here. But if you were looking at expectations, people were like, maybe if Ghana was to do anything on home soil, athletics was going to contribute much of it. They didn't still do bad, 3 goals here in Ghana and only 1 in 2019. There's an improvement, but generally, if you're looking at the overall performances, Ghanaians were expecting more from athletics. You just spoke about the football history here, Ghana winning both male and female winning gold. It's never happened in the games history. Then hockey too. In the last edition, we didn't win anything from football. And overall, Ghana has 8 medals from the football competition. In 2015, the Black Meteors won gold in Mozambique. Yeah. And then in 2011, the Black Queens with Yusuf Basiki again winning gold. Then
Yusuf Basiki was 2015.
Yes,
they switched them up. And then the Black Satellites, that time was at the 23s, and the Kwesi Appiah, 2011, they won gold as well. They beat South Africa in the final, I believe. Yeah.
And Taekwondo, we didn't win any medal in the last edition, and here we have 3. Then volleyball, also we didn't win anything. Maybe it's because of the high numbers we presented as home team, host nation. That's how we've gotten this match. Let's go on to the host nation. The next graphic, Benaya. So let's look at Ghana's medal haul from the previous editions. So this one we have won 69 medals, And in the last one, we've won just 13. If you are looking at it in percentage terms, we've had an increase of 430% in that.
LOC.
That's
Champion
like
Sports Minister.
That is like five times. 5 times if you are looking at it. 5 times of the medals we've won in the previous edition. Now looking at it from 1973, that is after 2023, that is the highest we've won, 27. And also if you are looking at percentage increase, that is 64% this year from our highest medals won in 2017, that is 27. Now let's look at it from the host nation's perspective. If you are looking at ranking Ghana's medals as just medals, not giving weight to gold,
Okay,
Ghana
just pure numbers.
Yes, Ghana will rank as number 6 in terms of host nations, comparing it with the other 13. Though some has hosted it like 2 times, Egypt and Nigeria. Nigeria, when they won it, they hosted it first in 1973. They won 63 gold. It means that 63 medals. It means that Ghana has done better than them. Hopefully, when you are hosting it the second time,
you are sleeping. Where's Karim's next? He's speaking to the next graphic, and you are sleeping.
Thank you. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about.
Benaya, I don't understand what is happening to him this evening. He's not listening.
Nigeria hosted it in 1973, and they won 63. And Ghana, our first time of hosting it this year, we had 69. Hopefully, and the second time they were hosting it in 2003, they jumped from 63 to 240. Maybe we just jumped from 69 to 300 in the next one. In terms of gold, adding weight to gold as the host nation to Ghana will rank as number 9. There are only 4 nations that have hosted the African Games, and have not gotten into the top 5. That is DR Congo in the first edition in 1965, then Zimbabwe in 95, then DR Congo when they hosted it in 2015.
It's there, it's on your screen.
2015, they didn't get into the medal, the top 5 again. And then Ghana now, we didn't get into the top 5. So that is basically the lowdown on the medal count.
That is Congo, though, not DR Congo. That's Congo Brazzaville.
Yes, Congo Brazzaville.
The games were held in Brazzaville.
I have one picture I have to show before I go.
What picture? Who sent you?
DK. I for sure.
Show, yay. Karim.
Karim, what? Show. Feel free. DK. That's you. Congratulations.
Yes. Mr. President, we are swearing him in here.
They are swearing in Daniki.
Yes.
They said this one is a 44-year-old. Champ. President.
Yeah, presidential.
As for this one, Banana is not sleeping.
This one is not
excited.
Sleeping.
He's
showing it. That there is no sleeping. The real job is sleeping.
Presidential pose.
Thank you for that. Anyway, thank you, Karim, for that perspective. Okay, it's okay. Listen, guys. You're watching Sports Zone on Joy Prime. Supported, of course, or sponsored by Syntex Tank, Hunters, as well as Johnny Walker. We will take a short break. When we come back, I will read a lot of your messages for you. We also still have highlights to show you from the Black Stars game and what lessons we picked from Otto-Addo's first game back as Black Stars manager. Also, Brazil went and shocked England at Wembley, and then Germany, in preparing for the Euros, also used France to do some cocoa things. All of that still to come, plus some Ghana Premier League action. So don't change the dial. We'll be right back. Stonebwoy giving me the moves. Charlie, it's a sport there. I know the moves come rough. I see you record me some video at the sport there. You know, give me face pump, but they there.
Right now, your muscle memory,
champ.
the
Right
brain
now,
coordination.
Everything is solid. So right now, make somebody invite me to the next wedding. Let me come and sport it.
Selma.
Champion.
Selma.
Welcome back. This is Sports Zone on Joy Prime. We're live until 10:30 p.m. I've got your messages now. The number is on your screen. The number to send your messages is 0240-910-330. 0240-910-330. Let me read some messages. My name is Doche Van Bright Dangote from Volta Region in Ho. I think Germany can do host and win. I mean the Euro 2024 because I like how Toni Kroos played against France, and the world should watch out for Musiala. He's a very good footballer, and I'm seeing a lot of Lionel Messi in him. All right. Hello, Sports Zone. I'm Fatu from the Gambia. I started watching your show during the AFCON, and since then, it has become my favorite sports show. I love what you guys do on TV. Keep it up. Thank you very much, Fatu. Big shouts to everyone watching us from the Gambia. I love Gina Ba. She came to Ghana. She delivered 2 gold medals, sprint double, amazing woman. All right, let's move it on. Good evening, friend. I think on a whole, the African Games was successful, but publicity was largely poor, especially in other regions, and our athletes were not hyped enough. If you were to be in England by now, our athletes' names will be all over the place. Congrats, regardless. Prince Hati in Ho Center Start message. Very interesting thought from Prince. Daniel Adum says, from Temagolf City says, this is the only event that was properly organized under this MPP government. I even forgot it's a global event. Anyway, I really enjoyed these African Games. All right, thank you very much. My name is Mohammed, watching you from Kumasi. I want to know more about the Black Stars assistant coach, Lawman, I believe is the one. Or you're talking about John Pencil. I think he's talking about Lawman. Please, good evening, boss. I'm Akwesi, watching you live from Asante-Mampo, New Dam. Please, let me tell you the truth. Joseph Polamo is super, and he should continue with his fine form, and Kumasi Asante Kotoko should back up because I'm dying. Greetings to my lovely wife Agnes Ekia Enima at Asante-Mampo, New Daman. Agnes, big shouts to you from your husband. Good evening, friend. Kudos to you for the commentary you run throughout the entire games. Thanks for all the support for making the grounds boiling during the games, especially during the soccer finals. For the debate to end, please just call for a friendly match between the Black Stars and the Satellites. Castro Steve from China. There's a raging debate about the Black Satellites being better than the Black Stars, but we don't want to wade into that. Good evening to my 2 wonderful jilted friends, Fentio and Daniel. Jilted friends. I really miss you guys. I'm looking for, okay, now I get why he says we are jilted friends. I really miss you guys and looking forward to catching up with your sports show. But I never find the time. Finally, seeing you today is a blessing. In fact, Uyala is my woman who is underrated in the music fraternity. Marvelous showing by her at the closing ceremony. I started to enjoy her craft from her first song. Please, the fun aspects from your people is what I also enjoy. I've glued on my set today and every other Monday after that. Gabriel K. in Bolgatanga. Gabriel, thank you for discovering us after a year and a half. Anyway, welcome. It's good for you to join us. Good evening. My name is Joel Ashite Sowa, watching you live from Teshi. You guys are really doing very good work for Mother Ghana. God bless you. Okay, thank you very much. This one says, this is from Yamga Robert, your usual fan from Elubo in the Western region. He says, even on a sick bed, I can't afford to miss this program. Good job from you guys. Keep it up. Our young men and women have made us proud in the African Games. That still doesn't erase the poor management of the GFA. My question is, how many of them were known before the tournament? How many of the players you mean? Okay.
Whoever knows an under-20 player before.
Francis Ebina from Sogakope in the Volta region. Don't try to correct me.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm very happy to witness this year's African Games, which Ghana hosted. I really enjoyed the commentary by Mr. Fentio Tahiru. I wonder who that is. The analysis from Philip Sichofe, and every post on social media from Danny K, Mr. Gary Smith, Achutamaklu, and the entire Joy Sports team. Well done to you all. Thank you very much. We appreciate that.
You don't know who that person is, but now you appreciate that.
Sure.
In Ningo Pram says, good evening, guys. I must commend all of you for a good job done. You guys covered the games very well. Great performances by our athletes. We couldn't have asked for more. Throughout these events, I was so proud to be Ghanaian. Kindly throw more light on the 3x3 basketball competition. Kindly run us through the top 3 countries in both the male and female divisions. The 3x3, the male division, Ghana was in the final. They were beaten by Algeria.
No.
Okay. The women, we didn't make it to the semi-finals or even to the finals. But we got a medal, a bronze medal in the female division, and that was a shootout contest, which we got a bronze medal in. So that's basically what happened as far as the 3x3 basketball is concerned. This one says, Fen, your commentary, they give goosebumps. What? That's Kate from Pantine. Thank you. Someone just sent me a dot. He's testing his internet. Yeah. I'm sure. He's testing to see if his internet works. This message says, I'm Henry from Kaso. I still don't understand why they put off the light at the Cape Coast Stadium when there was an African game. Well,
vibes.
Things happen, right? Things happen. Some of the satellite players, this message is from Sule from Bremine Esikuma. He says, some of the satellite players are better than the Black Stars players, so make them fix some of the satellites to the Black Stars.
Relax.
Players like Sulemana and Efriye should be in the Black Stars.
Calm down, we beg. Calm down. We've been here before. Calm down. Come on.
Richard from Cape Coast says, you know that no national team has lost a match here before. The girls are very good. He's talking about Cape Coast. That is true. Papa J says...
Against Egypt and against Cote d'Ivoire.
Okay, hold on. Good evening, Fent and the guys. This is Desmond from Tema Newtown. For the first time, I saw some nice sequence play from the Black Stars. Although we lost, the performance was better and the selected players suits their profile. I hope we can build on it. This is actually a very important point, which takes us to the Black Stars game against Nigeria. Ghana lost by 2-1, and this is how it unfolded. So that's Nigeria's second goal, obviously. Yeah, that's Nigeria's second goal. Daniel, talk me through this. Then we got a penalty, and then Jordan Ayew scored. There was a bit of a very funny scene here because Emmanuel wins the penalty. He and Neoma are fighting over the penalty. Jordan comes from behind. He said, give me the ball. He takes it, and he goes to score. We lost, but a message here said something important. He said for the first time, he saw very positive play from the team. And he's not the only one who saw that.
Yeah, it was especially the second.
Very progressive.
Very progressive, very encouraging. It's been a while since we saw the Black Stars play and string in some very positive attacking patterns. We saw a clear shape, we saw fluidity, we saw exactly what Otuado wanted to do. Obviously, the shape in the first half was different from the second half. He effected, I think, 2 changes at halftime. He brought on Tariq Lamte, he brought on Ebenezer Hanan. 2 wing backs went to a back 3. Ali Dusedu went to the left-hand side of centre back. Then there was Jerome and then Edmond Nado, who had a very good game on the day. Very good driving runs from defense, progressive passes. And for me, the one that impressed me the most, not necessarily, okay, I sat here before the AFCON and I said he should have gone to the AFCON in Forsen Amankwa. Unfortunately, he didn't go. Yeah. But I think this is what we always advocate for. When you are given the chance, you have to do your job and you have to prove why you've been given the call-up. He was a late addition to the team and he was super on the day. His partnership with Salis, especially in the second half. In the first half, it was a bit too static in midfield. We went for that double pivot of Baba and Salis, and we were struggling to progress. But in the second half, when Amankwa drifted into midfield together with Salis, we had a bit more fluidity. We saw Nyama and then Jordan come a bit closer to Semenyo, and their interchanging movements was causing problems for the Nigerians. Unfortunately, the red card took something out of us in terms of our ability to go forward and not being afraid. We were a bit too cautious after the red card. But it's positive signs, and it's something
that was a good exercise.
Yeah, very, very good.
What do you expect to see in the game against Uganda tomorrow?
I expect to see similar attacking patterns, obviously, but build on that, but with results attached to them. So more chances created, more shots on goal. I want the attacking players to be much more involved in the game, and also to see different players. I like what Otto did with the first game, gave a number of people the chances, and in different roles also. Just quickly add, in the first half, you saw Nyama play through the middle, Jordan was on the right.
False nine,
in the second half, he switched it up, around. And I want to see the likes of Fatah Isahaku take a starting role, and some of these other young guys who are in the team, so that we can begin to envisage the future of this team. But I think from the first exercise, it looks like, and I say it again, if you create the enabling environment for Otto Addo, I think I really believe that he can go on and succeed. And the GFA have shown it with the under-20s, top recruitment with the head coach, giving him the room to work, and he produced results. If they can translate same to the Black Stars, I don't see why we will not succeed.
I've got a message here from M. Cham from Gambia, who says, I love Ghana so dearly. I really enjoy your program. I would love to study a course in Ghana in the future, inshallah.
Come to KNUST. Yeah, that's the only school you have to type out. Look for Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology.
Quick. You see what happened at Legon.
Quick. KNUST people are talking.
And he continues to say something that he says, I watch Black Stars matches, and that's what the Black Stars like. Ghana should organize a match between them.
Ghana and Gambia.
No. Between Black Stars and Black Stars.
6-0.
And then he says...
Against Atlas.
Oh, quick.
Yeah.
Quick.
And then he says, my best wishes to Kwame Eugene.
Rockstar!
Guy has big following in
Rockstar!
Oh, the guy be
very interesting. Let me quickly show you these two international friendly matches, beginning with the Brazil versus England game. It happened at Wembley, and it took a 16-year-old to score the winning goal, Hendricks. It was a really interesting game of football, but in the end, Brazil triumphed at Wembley. The magic has started. And the boy speaks English already.
Yeah.
They are building the
brand.
I mean, he's already a Real Madrid player.
Yeah.
So
yes.
There's great sport like him. He's considered one of the best talents in Brazil as we speak. And to be playing for the Brazilian national team at this age also says that, yeah,
that's unbelievable.
It has to be said, Brazil do not have, the great talent that maybe they used to have a couple of years ago. But they still have some very exciting footballers. I thought that game against England, they were great. They played with Vinicius Jr., Luka Paquetá, what a player he was. He was a fabulous footballer on the day. He actually did show that he was playing the Premier League in England. He enjoyed the occasion. England, though, preparing for the Euros, doesn't look too good because there were times where they were boring really to watch. And Brazil were intelligent. Anytime England got the opportunity to counter, Brazil were doing what a City team would do.
Quick foul.
Those quick fouls without taking a card. So for the neutral, I think the game is not flowing as you want. But that was only because Brazil knew how to stop England from transitioning.
Let me show you another friendly. The host of the Euros will be Germany. They took on the World Cup finalists, France, in a friendly game that was not a friendly at all when these two teams meet. And it was a very impressive victory for Germany, winning 2-0. That's an impressive win for them, obviously. But before we go, guys, let's talk Ghana Premier League. Kotoko lost 1-0 against Nations FC. That is a fourth consecutive defeat now for Prosper Ogum. 6 defeats in the last 7. They've moved. They're now 10 points behind the leaders. The fans didn't like it. The way they showed their anger, that's the goal. That's a really poor goal to concede.
Was it Justice Blue on the line? I think it was... He should
why has it all gone wrong? Chicho, do you know?
Listen, the whole Kotoko setup hasn't been great. The whole Kotoko setup. I said it when the emergency management committee, interim management committee was set up. And we are midway through the season and we don't know where they are going. When you've got your coach who has a very divided attention. Ogum is a management committee member and is also the coach. He's not 100% focused. And for the players, though, I don't blame them. The players are having to play football with all the pressures of what is not football reasons coming on their shoulders.
Yeah.
So they are playing under immense pressure. There's massive politicking around the club, and the players are suffering it. They've got some great talented footballers there, but the coach is involved in all the politics of the club, and that in itself takes some attention away from doing the job that you have to do on the pitch. And in the end, the results do not lie. You mentioned it. They've won only twice in 2024. Terrible.
Can you imagine? Listen, I saw a story. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. That Asante Kotoko head coach clashes with interim management committee members. He is a member of the interim management committee.
Clashed with them.
And he is the coach.
And they've given him, they said they've given him 3 games to save.
So he has given
himself 3 games.
I mean, that whole committee has lasted too long. By now, there should have been a clear plan on where next for the club. But
I think we have time to show you something from Kotoko. House. They lost their first game at Abubakar Ouattara as well. It was a 2-1 defeat.
There's Settlements into the 18-yard box. Lovely pass. A chance for Samatex. Player is brought down. Referee was right there. Opportunity!
So House of Folk conceded first, then they equalized, and then obviously Samatex went on to win. That's a difficult ground to go to for any team. Samra Boy, the journey is far.
Yeah,
and when you get there, look at the
there
crowd.
as well, the crowd is there, especially when your Hearts of Folk, they're coming out in their numbers. And they are doing one the league for a reason, because at home they are difficult to crack.
Yeah. And you know what? That's a poor goal for them to concede. The goalkeeper should have done better. At this point, House of Folk thought they were in the game, but Samatex found the winner some way, somehow. But I think for House of Folk now, they will not be too disappointed, because this coach has started decently.
Yeah.
And so far, you have to say that he's done a decent job. So at the moment, look at the rest of the results, by the way. Great Olympics, biggest winners of the week, 4-2 win against Ghana Stars there. Tanaba Falcao also winning 2-1. Do we have the table? I'll show you what the standards look like. So Samatex are right in top of the table. Benaya, is it that your keyboard has no E or what? Samatex, 42 points. Nations FC, 40 points. And the Ghana Stars have 36. Brecum Chelsea have 34, completing the top 4. The bottom, RTU, is not looking good for them as things stand. And they're in real danger of getting relegated. Hearts of Lions before Kwatano as well in the bottom 3. Also, big congratulations to this weekend's Formula One winner, Carlos Sainz.
Yeah.
Who said after that he's jobless at the end of the season, so he doesn't know what this win means. Hopefully, somebody else admires the work that he's done. His car is going to be taken over by Lewis Hamilton. And I'm buying myself a Ferrari jersey.
Why is it not good?
I don't care.
Mercedes should start thinking about science then.
Yeah,
it could be a very good.
When you said I'm buying myself a
very
Ferrari,
good support driver too.
Yeah, to
Anyway,
Russell.
guys.
Even maybe then become the lead driver, because I don't think Russell is better.
That's our show for tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Daniel.
Yeah, lucky
Thank
you added
Philip.
this.
The show proudly sponsored by Hunters, Johnny Walker, as well as Syntex Tank. My name is Fentio Tahiri Fentio. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are back again next Monday. Until then, to take care of yourself.